Hey, what's going on? So, what I want to explain you today is what different questions will a customer in different market awareness levels ask you on a product, will ask you in a sales pitch as well. This is very important to understand what to target, what objections in any different ads, because you're going to do different ads for the different awareness levels. So actually, to start this off, let's recap those 5 stages of awareness. Let's start with the most aware, because this is the most easiest one to explain. So let's stick to this pheromone product. Like you have a perfume that is infused with pheromones, and you're selling this to guys that want to attract more women. So the most aware are already the ones that understand the product, that understand how it works, what is the product about, and they're just waiting for a last push to actually buy the product, right? They know your product and what it does, but haven't gotten around purchasing it yet. Maybe the offer doesn't work well, maybe they're waiting for a special sale, maybe they just like stopped thinking about the product, they're aware of it and they have it in the cart and they just need some last push. Maybe if you like, so for example, like a thing that you could do with them is you would send them a retargeting ad with a discount. So for example, on Meta ads, you would just like tell them, hey, here is a discount if you purchase today. Or another way how you could actually target them is sending them an email doing the same thing, right? It would be very precise thing to do. So then you have the product aware. Like usually most of the campaigns, they talked about the product aware. The most aware is just like the last little bit, you know? So what is the product aware? They know your product exists but aren't completely aware of what it does or aren't convinced of how well it does it. You know, so they know that there are the products, they know that there exist the things like pheromone. If they don't know, like if they already want to purchase the product, or they don't know which one to choose because there are like tons of it, you know. So they're like, oh, there are like 50 different pheromone infused perfumes. Which one should I choose? So they just need the push, they need content, they need a little push to actually get to this product. Then have the solution aware. They know that there are like different solutions, right? They know there is a solution to their problem, but they don't know any specific they don't know any specific product. So they know that they want to attract women, right? And the solution would be finding a product for that, but they don't know like which one. They don't know, maybe a pheromone infused product, maybe some dating seminar, maybe better clothes, maybe a gym membership, maybe reading on influencing people. Like all those could be different solutions, you know, maybe another haircut, but they don't know which solution to go for. So they're gonna have completely different questions as well. Problem aware are, oh, what is happening here? Don't read. All right, let's continue. So the problem aware, they know that they have a problem. They want to attract more girls, or they want to have a better sex life. I don't know. So let's talk about they're having their problem aware, that they want to attract more girls or have a better dating life, but they don't know. They have a problem to solve, but they aren't aware of specific solutions. They don't know what would be the solution. Like they don't even know like that there is maybe a dating course. They don't know that there might be perfume. They don't know that there might be like a haircut. You know, this is a silly thing, right? Everybody knows what a haircut is, but they don't know maybe that there is a pheromone infused perfume, right? While, for example, here in the product aware, they're aware of it, but they just need the last push. They just need to be more aware, like maybe understand a little bit more of the unique mechanism, you know. And the unaware, they aren't aware of their desire or their need to solve the problem, or they honestly won't admit it. And so the unaware, what did they do is they don't know at all that they have this problem, right? They're like, oh, I didn't know that I'm not getting any girls, you know, because I'm sitting at home anyways. I never knew that like I want to get any girls, you know. I didn't know that because I'm not getting any girls, I might be less confident, you know. So these are the different stages of the awareness. So let's move on now. What those different levels will actually ask, you know. So I helped myself here a little bit with ChatGPT, and there is a really cool thing in the sales. It's called neural emotional persuasion questioning. It's developed by a very good sales guy called Jeremy Miner. And he's using a very similar technique in his sales, explaining those questions what the people might ask, you know. So let's start again from the bottom, because it's going to be the easiest way to do, you know. So what will the most aware people ready to buy but need a final push ask, you know? These customers are ready to purchase but might need the reassurance with a slight incentive to take an action, right? So let's make everything a little bit bigger. So they might be asking, you know, what is the best way to apply it for maximum effect, you know? So like, you just need one puff, like just one spray. So is there any discount or guarantee? So you would create ads that are focused on the discounts or guarantee. It'd be like, now in offer, buy one get one. A guarantee, like if it doesn't work, you get money back. Can I layer this with my regular cologne and perfume? Like works with your regular cologne. Like smells better than a cologne. Like, so what would you do in the ad? Again, like smells better than a cologne or perfume. Okay, again, like a guarantee, or can I get a sample first? There may be like tons of other questions as well. So what would you do with those questions? What would you do in the sales? It's just like reinforcing it. Close to say by reinforcing the value. So this is very, very sales focused, like 101 sales, but you can use this in the ads as well, right? If you had this fragrance enhancing your confidence, how would you see that improving your? So what you could do in the angle would be like, imagine having this fragrance enhancing your confidence and seeing how this improves your daily interactions. Imagine this. Could you imagine this? Like that would be amazing, right? So this is an angle that you can actually target. So since you're looking for a way to stand out and attract the right attention, what's stopping you from trying it today? So you want to attract women. So what is standing in between of trying this cologne? Because this is gonna enhance your game by 20% on the top of that what you already have. Yeah. What it make to try it yourself and see the reactions you get? See, this is a very, very, very playful thing. You can twist it a little bit, and it's gonna create a nice little tweak in the ads that you're creating, right? So let's move on into the product aware level, right? So now we're right here, product aware. So the product aware knows about the product but has concerns or objections, right? So they have some sales objections. They don't know like what it actually works. So these customers have researched your perfume but may hesitate due to price, effectiveness, or trust issues, right? So let's look at the question they might ask. Is this really backed by science, or is it just a gimmick? So what would you do as an angle, right? Or what would you add into the angle, right? These are some of the sales objections. We have it covered in the creative roadmap, right? So you would create an ad saying, yeah, this thing is backed by science, because pheromones are this little thing that actually attracts. It's the love hormone. Like it makes you actually feel more desired. So there is a proven science. It's not just a gimmick. So will this work for everybody, or does it depend on body chemistry? Yes, this will work for everybody, but it might be just an enhancement of your current techniques, right? Is it worth the price compared to regular perfumes? So here you could say, imagine getting your perfume, but on steroids. Imagine that on the top of the perfume that you already have, you get the pheromones on the top for a price of a regular perfume. How cool is that? This is something that you could put into the ad. So what if it doesn't work for me? Handling these objections, like works for everybody, social proof, adding here the social proof, like 9 out of 10 men are buying this cologne again. Already 320,000 customers. Will this scent last all day? Yeah, scent lasting up to 12 hours. This is a thing that you could mention, So objections, this is more directly for a direct sales speech, sales call. But when you say you are unsure about the effectiveness, what makes you feel that way? So you ask this guy, the person in the call, like, what solution have you considered to enhance interactions? So you could make an angle on, I've tried this and this and that, and nothing really worked until I tried this. You see? So let's move on into the next stage. Solution aware. They know the pheromone perfume exists, but unsure which ones to choose. These customers are aware of a pheromone of perfumes, but are skeptical or need a bit more clarity on the effectiveness with the difference between the brands. So they might ask, how does pheromone perfume compare to others? Like, so you would tell them, like, there might be tons of different things, but this one is the one that really worked. But we have an angle. What kind of pheromones do you use and how do they work? So you just like really go into the granular level of the pheromones. Another angle, right? So how long does the effect last after applying? Again, like this is a very similar one that we have before, like both of those levels can have it. Are there different scents for men and women? Yeah, you would just explain like, oh, pheromones. Like you just go into the educational level of this, like you would just really go into the level where you're explaining this thing, like how do the different scents, how the different pheromones actually work. So here, like studies, like these studies from blah 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 Stanford show that the pheromones increase the attractiveness by 80%, and then you build the angle on that. Well, you would ask, like, what are you looking for in a fragrance beyond the scent? You could make a podcast angle where you're saying this, or interviewing the people on the street. Have you tried other pheromone perfumes before? What were your results? So I've tried all the different perfumes, nothing really worked. But then a friend of mine got all the girls, and I asked him like, what is the thing? Like he tried, I don't know, I've tried this and this and that, and nothing was really serious. A gimmick. Everybody was telling me like you can get this and this and that women, but nothing really worked until I tried this, right? Let's move forward to the problem aware. These customers know they want to be more attractive, feel more confident, or enhance their social life, but they don't know that the pheromone perfume exists, right? They don't know about it yet. So the question they might ask, I want to feel more attractive. Would this help? Yeah. How can you feel the free ways how you can feel more attractive? Dress better, do this, and then the secret weapon of all guys that actually know and have the game handled is pheromone perfume, right? Another angle, cool. Can a perfume really make a difference in how others see me? This could be another thing that you handle, right? I struggle to make a strong impression. Will this help? Like, make a strong impression with this simple thing. How can I boost confidence when meeting new people? Like, boost your confidence, right? So these are like the things that those people might ask you, right? And you can they were just scratching the surface. They might ask tons of other different questions, right? So let's move on onto the completely unaware, right? Like these customers don't know they have a problem or what the pheromone infused perfume could be, what it is. So they will be like, what is it? What is pheromone infused perfume? So we need to tell them. Pheromone infused perfume is the perfume that is infused with pheromones, and it is based on the studies of blah 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 University of Stanford. You see, like you have to build like way more bigger story. But if you explain this, like let's scroll down here, and if you explain to a very aware, to a very aware customer already like what it is, he's gonna be bored and he's gonna just scroll away. He's gonna swipe away, And this is why we're separating those different things into different levels. And the cool thing is that actually in the most aware, like they need like less conversion, right? Like the money is in the most aware, right? Like this is the low-hanging fruit. And the product aware, because you don't need so much explanation. You don't need to bring the ads in front of so many people. And then you want the solution aware. And this is also the reason why I built this whole video going backwards, because you want that the customers understand like what the like you want to build this on customers that already understand the product, how it works, because they're gonna convert the fastest, right? There is like maybe 10% in the most aware, 5% of the market. There's maybe another 10%. There is another one, but in the unaware there are most people, right? So what other question they can ask, like how is it different for perfume? So you would have to make a video of like regular perfume versus this, and then like show the effects, right? Why would someone need pheromones in a fragrance, right? Like, wow, like look at this, like we can achieve this and that, feature, bam. Is this just a marketing gimmick? Right, so we would be just like everybody and their mama is using pheromone perfumes, but this is the real deal. Like this would be just like another, so sell approach. This is a great question. What first caught your interest in our perfume? Like what is the interest that you have? Very interesting. Yeah, this is it. You can do this and that with a perfume. Imagine like you can pick up girls, you can like make your wife get more seduced, like you can target like multiple interests, multiple desires here as well, right? Have you ever noticed that some people naturally attract others effortlessly? So this is another great angle, right? Have you ever noticed that this is the some people attract others effortlessly? Like what is their secret? Right? And then you explain like the secret lies in blah blah blah. You see how different it is to the first one, right? So what's your current experience with perfumes? Do you usually get compliments on your scent? Right? So like an interview, maybe a podcast. I hope that this makes sense and this is much more clear.